Of course, all of this layered with the fact that the PRC has declared a people's war against the United States. And believe it or not, people who are included in that are the very students that are sitting as we speak in Boston at Harvard, right? Obviously, they use unrestricted warfare. It's not necessarily kinetic. It's information warfare. It's economic warfare. That's why we've seen, so many indictments, researcher after researcher, stealing technology, stealing patents, not just for business advantages or economic empowerment, but for full-scale use and adoption by the People's Liberation Army of China. And this is systemic, Rod. If you look at all these institutions, really from start to finish, right? Groups like the College Board, you may recall the explosive scandal just a few years back, showing how they had been taking in millions of dollars from the PRC, from the Confucius Institutes. That's, of course, the group that oversees the college admissions process from start to finish. Harvard, though, is, I think, a particularly egregious example of the foreign collaboration. They were actually, in the early 2010s, responsible for running a program out of their Ash Center, which trained sanctioned Chinese diplomats coming from the Xinjiang Production and Construction Corps. That's the group that oversees the Uyghur genocide in Xinjiang. Well, they were busy lecturing them on how to be more efficient and effective political leaders, including but not limited to touring them around D.C. and bringing them on tours with your members of Congress. It's also, too, I think, as the show has hammered time and time again, the threat that the PRC poses in terms of foreign infiltration and the influence campaigns that they run. I think it's very bold of Harvard to assume that their professors, their researchers could be immune. It's essentially like thinking you could look Medusa in the eyes and not turn to stone by taking, hand over fist blood money from the Chinese Communist Party, whether it's through tuition or outright donations that don't even have to be disclosed.